Hi guys, I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On this channel, we focus on everything early childhood related. And if these are the kind of videos you're looking for, what you have to do, subscribe, and not just subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so that whenever a new video is being dropped on this channel, you'll be the first person to be notified. Today, I'm going to be talking about an interesting topic, which is how to nail a virtual preschool teacher job interview. Yes, today's discussion is going to be all about how to nail a virtual preschool teacher job interview. As you all know, as a result of the pandemic, virtual interview is now the new norms. Yes, due to the pandemic, a lot of interviews are being conducted online. Are you an early childhood educator applying for job this year? I thought it's important to talk about preparing for virtual preschool teacher job interview. Yes, because due to the pandemic, virtual interview is now a new norm. Perhaps you've applied for that job. You might be waiting to be called for an interview, and you never know, your future employer might decide, yes, the interview is going to be online virtually. So I thought it's important to talk about this topic in relation to preparing for that preschool job interview. Yes, in relation to preparing for that virtual preschool teacher job interview, your setup is important. Yes, so perhaps maybe you have a date already that you're going to be doing the interview online. So it's important that you think about the space. Where exactly are you going to use for the interview? So are you going to be using your sitting room? Are you going to be using your dining room? So think of the space within your room that you're going to use. This is important. In relation to the space, the background is important. Ensure that you have like a plain background. Think of the background as well in relation to your setup. Think of the background. How is the background going to look? This is important as well. You don't want the background to be distracting, that your future employer that are conducting the interview will be wondering what's going on in the background. What do you have in the background? And it's also important that you don't have too many things going on in the background. I understand. I know sometimes when people for interview online, they tend to do too much, for the background, maybe like decorating the background. Yes, you need to understand that less is more. So ensure that the background is simple, have a plain background with a little bit of decoration, not every decoration that your future employer will be focusing on the background. So the setup is important. Your position, how are you going to position yourself? Where are you going to sit? The chair doesn't have to be too high and too low. You have to ensure that the chair is not too low, that your future employer might be wondering, where are you? So you have to ensure that the chair is okay for you, that they can be able to see you. Think of where you're going to position the camera as well. Think of, are you going to be using your phone or your laptop? Where are you going to position the phone, the laptop, that they can be able to see you? You have to consider the lighting as well. This is important. Yes, a lot goes into preparing for virtual interviews, which people tend to neglect. They just think about, yes, I'm attending the interview, it's online, it's in the comfort of my home, I don't have to worry. There's some certain things that you have to put into consideration. The lighting as well is important. It has to be bright. They want to see your face. Yes, your future employer wants to see who is that person that they are interviewing. You might be thinking, well, it's not a face-to-face, so all they just need is just to see me. Yes, but you have to be bright. They have to see exactly the way you look like. So the room layout, the lighting is important. You might have to get ring light as well. Yes, you might have to get ring light to give you a bit of lightning in your face. So the setup is important. So in relation to attending that virtual interview, think of your setup. Are you going to set, where are you going to position yourself? Set up the laptop, the phone, the lightning. Make sure where you're going to position yourself is away from the noise, not beside the window, that the horn, you can be easily distracted, that looking through the window to see what's going on. It's somebody horning. Make sure that there's a quiet place, that you're not going to be easily distracted. So that's the first tip I'm giving to you in relation to setup. Tip is in relation to your mode of dressing. Yes, this is important. Yes, don't just think, well, because it's a virtual interview, they don't need to see me, I'm just going to wear a nice top, I can just need this just so it doesn't really matter what I'm wearing. No, think of it that you are actually attending the interview as a face-to-face. Yes. So your mode of dressing is important. So dress formally like you're attending a face-to-face interview. So what you wear is important. The makeup, make sure that the makeup is light. You're wearing something that is not too heavy, something that is bright and colorful that will bring out your color. So a lot has to go into your mode of dressing as well. And like I said, it's important that you dress appropriately. Don't just say, well, I think of what I'm going to wear at the top, the bottom doesn't really matter. It does matter. Think of it in a perspective of that the interview might take longer and you might want to grab a bottle of water. So if you're not wearing something appropriate, you might think that deter you from grabbing a bottle of water or grabbing something else. I've seen this happen. People attending an interview because of what they are putting on, they can't actually get up because they even offered you might have a bottle of water. Oh, I'm fine, I'm okay. Because they thought about what they are putting on is not presentable. So it's important for that virtual interview. Dress as if you're attending a face-to-face interview. This is important. And lastly, it's important that you rehearse questions that you're likely to be asked. On this, I've done a piece of video in relation to questions you're likely to be asked at a preschool teacher job interview. I'm going to leave this in the comment. You can keep up some of the questions that you're likely to be asked. So these are just a few tips that I'm going to give out in relation to preparing for that virtual preschool teacher job interview. And I tell you, if you do this, you're definitely going to ace that virtual job interview. If you know of other tips as well, please leave this in the comment below. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel, Early Years Matters TV. I share everything related to early childhood education. And until I come your way next time, remember to stay safe and mind yourselves. For now, bye.